Mhm. Mhm. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome, welcome. Let me just touch that there. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Ah, yes, it has been a hectic. Let me just put it here. Let me just send this out here. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, it has been a hectic day. Let me just do something quickly and send all this thing here to several other people so that we can start the show going. Um, okay, no problem. Yes, so the director is back. Yes, the director is back. And so we're going to have something going. Just sorry that we don't have. I'm going to lie, it has been. Oh, shit. Yes, hold on. Right? Yeah. So, so we have seen in Trinidad and Tobago a murder rate that is too drastic, too out of hand, not normal. Because, and I've watched something that has taken me by surprise. But this whole, not just crime rate, but some of the murders. And while some of the murders may be domestic, yes, we know that. Nobody can come in a bedroom and play. But some of it, apparently, looks as though, yes, good evening, David. Some of it looks as though it is well oiled and well organized. Because bloggers have been coming to Trinidad and Tobago. Bloggers come to Trinidad and Tobago, and these bloggers, all of a sudden, all over the ground, they're running. They come to talk about Trinidad and Tobago. They come to highlight Trinidad and Tobago. They come to do all anything in Trinidad and Tobago. They want to go in this area, that area, get to here, this thing, all kind of thing they want to do. But most of them playing a smart role. Because even the girl and all who came to Trinidad and partying, all of a sudden she hit a political talk. She hit a political talk about these PNM people. And this travel with Zoe. This girl, all of a sudden, because somebody talked about talked about her in this video that she did. Well, they find the video was kind of derogatory and, they find she's not been doing certain things. But I want to be real. She went down a road of these PNM people and them out like a taxi. And I was like, but what PNM people had to do with you being people talking about what you did in a video? What PNM people had to do with that? You want to pick up all kind of different because you say no man, no stress. So if you want to pick up all kind of man and all the different things because you don't want to have no man, you don't want to have no stress. That has nothing to do with the PNM people. And then Christmas list now decides, he decides, he come back, he going back again. But the question must be asked, who funding these things? Who is fund? How come the opposition is so silent? How come the opposition is so silent about these so-called travelers that come in? Eh? Well, I don't know if she here illegally, then we must find out what she's doing here. Because if she here illegally, then we have to know what she's doing here. Because really and truly, many of them just popping out at the good works. They popping out. Well, we could clearly see that some of them were, or nearly all of them, eh? So he was here since 2015. Well, look at that. Look at that. But let me just give you a little, there'll be a mobilization exercise taking place down in Gasparillo. Yes. So please be informed that membership drive mobilization exercise will begin in John Street, Gasparillo on Sunday the 15th September 2024 from 8 a.m. So all members are required to attend and participate. All executive members are required to attend. And this is the PNM Tabakit constituency. So if you want to join, you can go down once you're from that constituency and you want to join the party or you want to join the party or join the party basically. You can go down at John Street and you can sign up and start your life knowing what the PNM is all about. But I really want to find out why the murder, well, not why. We know why the murder rate is at weighted. 600 is the target. 600 murders is the target for 2024. Because they know for a fact that the murder rate if the murder rate continues to go up and reach that 600 marker, the opposition is going to run to the parliament, file a motion as though they think they could win, and they are going to say to the population that the population have no confidence in the government when it comes to dealing with crime. But one of the people we must remember, and I'll keep saying it, the opposition leader herself said in the parliament of Trinidad, not the parliament, said on the platform, if we fail, blood will flow in the streets. If we fail, so they failed the election, blood apparently has to be flowing on the streets. Because for you to make a broad statement like that, and then all of a sudden you seeing Tom, Dick, and Harry flying in the country, all of a sudden everybody is, just coming to Trinidad, no, I don't have a problem with that, like free publicity, free promotion, but not in a negative way. And not in a negative way. It could be done in a positive way. And we continuously keep seeing this being done in this negative way. And I don't know why. No, well, I can't say that. But I can't say that. But we never used to rely on tourism because we deal with our carbon for exports, like oil and gas and pitch and you name it. We deal with all of that for our export. Who want to come because we don't really focus on tourism in Trinidad. But for some strange reason, these people, when they touch on the Trinidad and Tobago island, after the woman then say, if we fail, blood will flow in the streets, the murder rate just started to spike. So last year they tried to give it to 600 and they failed. Now they're trying to go at that figure and they still, and they're pushing it in. Because it's not just so, it has to be something with some spirituality then hovering around this place. That these people have to be sprinkled something. I feel they go up in the plane really and truly. And they sprinkle whether they sprinkle on the land. For this, because you can't tell me Trinidad was never like this. It's like everybody just gone mad. And you have an opposition silent. They go through the little bantering yes in between, but it's silent because they want to push the narrative. You see, we tell away that 600, they can't be with crime, they can't be with crime, they can't be with crime. But you have all the things in the law books. The Prime Minister read it out in a press conference to deal with the criminals, to deal with repeat offenders. So how come we are allowing this to reach to this magnitude? Because very soon it will reach 500. $73 in 1 month. Never heard of. $73 in 1 month. Well, it's either we praying or we not praying at all. Or we mama crying myself when we praying. Really and truly something, some spiritual thing has to, and then these people just coming in the country like, one, yeah, you're right, Santa Claus. The next one, she winding down the place and she showing Trinidad like remember the tourists who came to Trinidad, who came to Tobago and say she had AIDS and give people AIDS in Tobago. And we seen another recurrent, it's like history repeating itself, but in a more I don't know. I don't know, boy. And they just come in, they come in, they come in, and before you know it, because one don't want to go back home because he's saying how they take his passport so he can't go home, but you was allowed to leave. You decide you're coming back. And really and truly, where getting your funds from? Where getting your funds from? And I am sure but you see, it is so hard to trace the finances of these people and then when they touch down. Because some of them may be getting cash in hand. Some of them getting the cash in hand. Likewise, some of these people who to commit these things and do these things in this country, these heinous crimes, wipe out this one, wipe out that one, kill that one, just kill, kill, kill. My God, what have we reached to? And then everybody want to blame the Minister of National Security. There are all kinds of things to say about the man. There are all kinds of things to say about the government. But when you check it out, most of the murders were taking place. The Minister of National Security didn't tell nobody to go and take nobody's job. The Minister of National Security didn't tell nobody to go and kidnap and take nobody for ransom or do extortion. The minister or the government didn't tell nobody to rape, murder, and do all these things. No, nobody in the government didn't tell you to do that. It's people doing them things. Evil, wicked people. And where they getting the funding from? Where are they getting the funding from? And I want to even talk about this because I want to go down to Icacus. I want to go back down to Icacus. What killing me right now is transport. What killing me is transport. Because I'm not going to pay $1,000 to go down to come back up. But there's something that is happening down in Icacus. You have a bunch of people that came from next door who have not been vetted, who have not been checked. They are living in a forested area. right here in Trinidad and Tobago, right? They're designing their own school, their own environment, yeah, their own security, do everything. And I think that the authorities need to go in there and check these people's credentials because you will have criminals who have crossed that border and come in here. They need to go and vet what is happening down there because they have expanded now. These people no longer live in like a little 2 acres, you know. They have now expanded that forested area to 7 and 8, 10 acres, you know. A whole community by itself, you know. And while I know that there are going to be people who will be intercepting, you will have the Coast Guard intercepting some of these pirogues that bringing in some of these people. There are people who want certain chat rooms and saying, sue the government, sue the government. So you're allowing illegal immigrants to come into your country and then you're saying, sue the government. Yeah, there's something fundamentally wrong with the people of Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time. It's either they get too caught up with social media and the internet. Yes, yes, that is what I'm talking about. It's either we get caught up with that or we have lost our spiritual ground as a nation. And we really need to get back on track. We really need to get back on track because let me tell you something. Plenty of them women and them in South and Central, especially East Indian women, and I ain't making no bones about it because they'll be complaining. And they have been complaining. The man going and bringing a set of Venice and the Venice living home in the house too. Seriously. Imagine Venice living with the wife and the wife can't say nothing. Some of these men are big businessmen and they're bringing home the foreigners to live in the house too. Imagine that. But there is something fundamentally wrong that is going on down in the Caracas and Cedras area. And we can't be doing our citizens by moving them off land, but those people down there occupying illegal land, setting up illegal structures, and we are allowing this foolishness to take place. Yes, these foreigners living in the house, some of them breeding for the man. I ain't gonna lie, I tell you, let me not call no names. Huh? Let me not call no names on bouncer. Because you see, when you're in Central, you just know a lot. Eh? You just know a lot. Because trust me, you just see a lot. And I've been in South Superior and all them places. But Icacos and Icacos and Cedra's and these places, down on that side, living a loca is down there. So when these fellas come into Trinidad and Tobago, well-known criminals from Venezuela, because none of mature fellas come in, you know, all in the 50s and 60s come in, no. Oh, living la vida loca, yeah. Well, let me make this up. But you have these young fellas, and they see what going on now. They committing the crime in Trinidad too, because in home invasion they go in. They killing the own, and they killing even Chinese. Let me be real. For days I've been talking about what has been going on by this bar out in by Chin Chin, by Chin Chin and by Chin Chin Junction out there. We had number of venues every Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sunday morning is big battle fight, and it's only venues from day straight to QF. And when they walk in the road, you know, it's battle pelting, it's who man fighting and who this one, and the police station riding. Unfortunately, the police don't want them because they're custom. And when they go to hold them, well, the police can't talk, some of them can't talk Spanish. Some of the police can't talk Spanish. So you're talking to, we want to find out what the matter, and they can't find out. I'm telling you, I am telling you, every morning I must videotape it a morning. First to tell you, get so accustomed to this foolishness. Every Sunday morning, and you know, the stone drunk, the walking, the drifting. Every Sunday morning is battle, is this, is that, is big fight. Who chopping who and for who man girl, and who girl wind up on who man, and telling you. And then you know what they're going to say? When one of them died, because a few of them died well in Trinidad and Tobago from the owner, but they're going to blame the government of Trinidad and Tobago for that. But there's something spiritually wrong in this country. And I think we have to get have to get back to that. We have to get back to spirituality. Honestly, honest to God. Because something is programming the people. And I can swear it was, I can swear it's AIs. Like it's the new robots. They just go out there, kill. It's like a whole new generation, because let me tell you something. The politics of 2010 or 20 or 2000, 2001, 2004, 2008 or 2009, 2010, 2015, different politics, you know. 2020, different politics, and you see 2025, it will be a whole total different platform to fight the election on, you know. Well, I don't know what she got me on, because 2025, I'm telling you, the politics of today is not the politics of yesterday. it is going to be totally, totally different. Well, I can't tell you when last I watched Ruler show. I can't tell you when last I watched Ruler show. Because since she shift and shift and shift, so I don't know. Somebody must send me the link and I will take in the show again. But I'm telling you, there's something fundamentally wrong spiritually in this country. You can't walk down Charlotte Street properly. You can't walk down. But you can't walk down Charlotte Street properly. Imagine I'm walking down Charlotte Street. I'm walking down Charlotte Street. And here it is, people selling drugs. Drugs in right there on Charlotte Street. Right there in the plain sight on Charlotte Street. So any Tom, Dick, and Harry, and let me tell you something, none of ordinary people coming up passing it. It's all kind of the garbage truck man, it's this one man, it's all kind of different people passing. You may day, you haven't had it. Him on the promenade and all they're selling it. Imagine that. On the promenade. So if I seen it, you ain't think other people seen it too? And I've addressed this, I try to address it in terms of going and making complaints about what is going on. And I ain't seen nothing happen. I ain't seen nothing happen. More than the police, the city police, moving the illegal vendors. While the drug man still selling the drugs already. And then they are going to blame the government. You can't blame the government. Well, let me tell you, I have my reservation about Ula. I have my reservation about Ula. I don't think the men and them in the police service respecting Ula. I don't think she commands the respect from them. I don't think they're listening to Ula. Ula might be on a different level of leadership to what them might want. You know, there's some fellas, like today I had to go into school and rough up my son to put some common sense in his head. Yeah, I tell him no, my business. So I had to go and deal with it. Because apparently when some fellas see women, there's no problem with women in leadership position. I don't have a problem with it because I've been under women who lead organizations. So I don't have a problem with that. They neither here nor there with me. But these police officers, imagine you have some of the people telling you they will wear the body cam, and then you have some of the association members saying them not wearing no body cam. So how are you protecting yourself? How are you protecting yourself? And they have body cams. But when you don't want to put it on, and one way saying, well, I wear my body cam, but when you ask for, let me see the footage, they ain't putting on the body cam. And that is why I want to say, I will say it tonight, and I will say it tonight. It is time to privatize a lot of these choppies in Trinidad and Tobago. And I bet you everybody will start wising up because they realize the job in jeopardy. Hit them where it hurts in the pocket. So you don't want to go on the body cam? All right, no problem. We're not paying you your salary this month. Go to the parliament. The government must, you know, the government has to take this, man, hold the balls and pull it. Or you don't want to adhere to what the law say. Or you don't want to hear what the law say. Or you have body cams and we're not wearing any body cams because they say it's taking up space. And what kind of dotation is? It is time to privatize or you tail. Or you're not working, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Well, all right. We can terminate your service, take away all the different, take away this, take away that. I bet you they set a fall in line. Because you see them union leaders and them, they're wasting time. They're wasting time. All them studying is when, let me get my let me get my union dues and to hell with everybody. So every month you have a president, like in PSA, getting $50,000 a month that he wants to get equivalent to the prime minister. But they can start, let them do it. Bring out the army, well, bring out the don't care. Let me tell you something. You see this thing where you have democratic, this thing called democratic all the time. Sometimes you have to be drastic in what you're doing now and change it. Just change it. Because there's too much foolishness going on in the judiciary system. There's foolishness going on in all the different sectors. And if we're not saying something, them is what? Is the next set are looking to join up with. They can join well, they can't join with, well, if they join with Kamala don't even emasculate them long time because they kick them out. So if they want to join back up and eat back vomit, but let them. But you have, let me tell you something. One of the things that I like about Dr. Rowley and what Dr. Rowley say is not about winning no damn election. It is about cleaning up the system. That is what you have to do. Clean the system. Teachers and all, put them on contract. They're not performing. Well, all right, we take away your license. Shut down their school. Merge your school with this school. Move all them denominational schools. Bring everybody on. You know, you have to take drastic. You have to take drastic measures to clean up the place. Otherwise, these so-called little criminals, they playing like mommy, daddy say, I could go in the park, you know. Now you go in the park, you know, but no, but daddy say, mommy say, I can't go in the park. You go in the man, you go in. And daddy kind of mentality we will continue to get. But if you have mommy and daddy saying, hey, you can't go nowhere. You have to sit down and do your work. Enough is enough of this foolishness. Then you will get everybody conforming. But when they know, by me going to teach them, you know, or me going to do nothing to them, me studying the police commissioner, me studying that one, the politicians can talk, you know, once I get my salary. And that's all they care about. That's all they care about. Yes. Well, I guess the slave catchers, but you know, no, but really and truly, no, I do have a problem. I have categorically stated hold the parents accountable for the children. I do have a problem with that. I do have a problem for that. Although, and had an article where some woman jump out and say how you can't hold parents accountable because plenty of them know the damn trend doing shit in the schools. Plenty of them know that. That's why today I had to pull up my son too and let him know what time it is. Use the boss. I running the show. The teachers running the show. And if you don't do them thing, and they do the foolishness, and they come in a whole me, why go and say, well, you know, I leave him and he thing and come on. Yes, I do have a problem with that. I holding parents accountable. I want to hold parents accountable because plenty of them know what the trend doing and they will not deal with the situation because the trend going in some kind of school where not so-called quote unquote prestige. They live in the trend. Do what you want. That's the mentality. And at the end of the day, what will happen? You see all these so-called secondary schools with all the bad name and thing. And all this so-called prestige school, they're hiding everything underneath. Only when they videotaping and they send it out, that's how you're going to know, oh, that was going on there, that was going on there. And I can tell you a number of things are going on because I have a story to bring on certain prestigious so-called private schools in this country that taking people money and the training them failing. But I will talk about that in a different thing. The government of the day, the government of the day have to take a drastic and serious measure. As the Prime Minister rightfully said it is not about winning no election. It is not about winning no elections. It is about doing the business of the people of Trinidad and Tobago with fear and without favor. So who don't like it? That's their business. Seriously. Because once it start to get tough, I telling you, these unions gonna come out, the law association will jump out, this one will jump out, that one will jump out, everybody looking to jump out. And that's what they will be saying. The government wicked, this one wicked, that one, because all of them is about the eater food mentality. It's all about the eater food mentality. When last people hear election in OWT? When last people hear election in NUGFW? Look how they had to get rid of the leader for the oil field trade union. Not the oil field. For SWTU, the cement and waterfront. Look how they had to get rid of him. And he's just holding on because of what? Natex or some kind of shit. So let me be real. The time has come to put the country first. And that is what the government is doing. The opposition say put party first. The government say put country first. And Dr. Rowley, let me tell you something. When he told he must tell himself that these people and them, there's voter governments. When he realized that the right thinking citizens of this country gave him a second chance because they saw what he was doing. It was not about winning the election, but it was about doing what is best for the country. And that is why he is still there. Whether or not he wants to go back to the term, whether it's something different. But it's about getting the job done. And if it is that we must join forces and say, hey, we are giving the government the mandate. You do what is best. Call a meeting with the judiciary system. Call a meeting with this, with that one, this one, everybody, the whole National Security Council, everybody. And let me fix the crime. Who don't want to put on the gun? But they will say the state can be judge, jury, and executioner. That's what they will say. But I go tell you, me ain't give a damn. If the mandate is those who don't want to put down the gun, those who don't want to dismantle the gangs, and allow these young fellas to go about their business and get employment, get into some of these programs so that they can become employable, then we will have something else to deal with you. And who vex, that is the business. I'm making no apologies tonight. I'm not making no apologies. We must give them 24 hours. 24 hours. All those, let me tell you something. In the police service, polygraph testing, make it mandatory right now that every officer, every single officer, except those who are undercover, but every officer must go through a polygraph test. I keep saying it, even to get the government service, make it mandatory. Dismantle this whole shit with service commission. Let me fix the problem. Let me fix Trinidad and Tobago. Well, let them fight it. Let them fight it. Well, I don't. G-string? Nah, I doubt that, man. No, I know that. In fact, what I will do, I will ask him. I will ask him. We must make it. We must make it mandatory. You want to work in the government service, you have to do polygraph testing. You see this thing about certificate of good character? Done away with that foolishness. That not can be no way. Because anybody can get a certificate of good character. But that does not mean that he is a good citizen. Because you have people who never commit crime and have a crime record, you know. But that don't mean that there's not con men. That don't mean that they're not smart men, as we just call them. That don't mean that they're not raping. They might be underneath drug sellers. No, I don't have a, no, I telling you, no, really and true. No, I know about the one with yes, with winning. Yeah, no, I know about that. When he say he get the questions and somebody and it was leaked him and all them do issues. But my thing is, it must become standard, mandatory for every sector of the government service. And if the private sector want to implement it too, I do have a problem with that. Let me read them out. It's either you want the work or you come to play games. I'm telling you, it's either you want the work or you on games. So we gonna know all who's racist. We gonna know all who don't like this one, who don't like that one. We will know every single thing. Because if you come to the people and you want to deal with the people business, let me deal with it. Well, we go bring it in the court. We can't be spending money to send people to train as fingerprint experts, this, that, and all them different things. And we still can't get, nah, man. We spend, so we really spending money on? What we really spending money on? We have people who can do the polygraphs and testing right here in Trinidad today. But you know what? From the time they hear polygraph testing, I bet you plenty people will start to resign in the morning. Because when you remember live sport, or you must remember where Creed, where was Astrid Creed, the permanent secretary in all of this. Remember that? So when we do a polygraph testing, yeah, no, I know the person at the Prime Minister when he talk about vetting unit. Because they know fully well the fray these things. Because when you have a highly vetting unit, when you have a highly vetting unit, nobody could mess around with it. Because you know you have your confidence in them. You know you can you can close your eyes and they're watching your back. But when you don't have a highly vetted unit in a country like Trinidad and Tobago, where you have all kind of mad people. People who like to talk, who will sell out their secrets. Just like how we had one who was running him out, showing off text between he and the Prime Minister, and this one and that one, and all kind of dotishness. When you have a highly vetted unit, nobody can penetrate that. Because when they come to deal with it, they will deal with it. And I don't think they will want to mess with that unit. You know why? Because you see half of them crime cases, all them like EMBD and with former government ministers and all them different things involving these high corrupted cases and stuff. You know, when these fellas come to you, you can't tell them, I give you $1 million or $2 million because you're highly vetted them, you're paying them, and they're watching your back. Because that's what they're watching the state. Not just because it's Dr. Rowley, you know. They're watching whoever they're watching their back. So that's why you need a vetting unit. You need that. Because you can't trust some of these fellows, and then I'm telling you honestly, you cannot trust them. And that's the thing. If you ask half of the public servants, about that word integrity, well, give me something. Buy lunch and I will do this for you. Give me something and I will do that for you. You need to do that. All judges, I tell you, they think they're ready for me. Me play no joke, Who don't like it, that's their business. They can walk off the job, they can resign, no problem. Hold your money, go your way. It have enough young people. It have enough people, whether they experience, the old, the thing, will want a job. And they don't mind doing the polygraph testing, being vetted, and serving the country to the best of their ability. Them is what you want. That is what you want. That is what you want. You don't want nobody who I'm feeling I'll do the thing for you, buy some coffee and drink for me now. No. The Prime Minister wants integrity and honesty. And he wants a unit that he could trust. And that is why I'm saying, if we get and we must rally the troops and call on the government, hey, we needed to move drastic. Yes, there will be some who may not like it. There will be some who don't like it. But those are the ones who does encourage it. And the upholder is worse than the thief. And probably then and there, we will start to see the justice system moving faster. I'm telling you. Yeah, we must investigate all churches, all, every account, everything. But we saw what went on under the Panday case. You see, people are forgetting. Because they love to say this one is a dictator, that one is a dictator. But when they're doing what is right, you will always be called a dictator. People, let us send a strong message to the government and tell them, do what you have to do and let me clean up this country. Who don't like it? But they know they could kiss. But we have to take back Trinidad and Tobago. John Kosoba. We have to take back Trinidad and Tobago. Not just physically, but morally and spiritually. Just as what the late President Ian Robinson said, when he handed the power. Remember the 1818? Remember that 1818? We said, based on moral and spiritual values, he handed the prime ministership to the late Mr. Manning to run this country. And he did that because of based on the spiritual and moral values. Dr. Rowley, the people of Trinidad and Tobago have given you that mandate. And you understand that, man, of the morals and spiritual values. And you have to do what you have to do to ensure that we get back on the track. So right now, we not on the track. We swinging like we want to fall off the track. You have to bring us back on the track. Don't study them because them is wasting time. The opposition is wasting the people time. Because they about party, not country. And they said it. Even with some of the own members, they choose the party over the country. Even though their own members told them that, hey, they have questionable people within the party. They choose party before country. We have to send that message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. We have to let the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago know that you have already set the pace. You have already said it. It is not about election. It's about doing the people's work and getting the job done. Well, David, let me tell you something. Eh? The only way we could stem that gun thing, we really have to protect our borders. Something that a former national security minister said that we don't need to do. Because the war is on the land, not in the sea. When we're surrounded by water, he said the war is on land, not on the sea. But I don't know what to say again. But I am going to tell you all that we must send a clear message. And the message must be just like how the message was told to the party during a general council meeting. During a general council meeting, that we need to get independence, and they sent a clear message, and Dr. Eric Williams at that time, history will show you, he went to the parliament and he delivered on what the mandate was. And we got independence. And I know for a fact that if we give the mandate to the Prime Minister, that, hey, but don't want no SOE, it's wasting time. We don't know SOE. Because we know that the SOE, they had to lock down the whole entire country of Trinidad and Tobago. Because we don't want no section of no SOE could call here and SOE could call here. And this thing, but it's crime hotspot all over Trinidad and Tobago right now, hot. All over Trinidad and Tobago, hot. Because places in Tobago, right now, Tobago have what? Maybe 20 to 21 murders, 22 murders. It's hot. The whole of Trinidad, hot. So let me be real. We need to give him the mandate. We need to say, hey, it is no longer certain or whoever people might think in this country, running this country. It is we, the citizens, giving you the mandate that this is what we want done. And even if it will affect us in the long run, we don't have a problem with it. Once we clean up and get this country back on track. But we know there are people who don't want independence. But there was a mandate. But if they want to resurrect Randolph Burrows, let them go and do it. Let them go and do it. The THA in Tobago on full shit. I tell you that. You see that THA in Tobago? Doing level shit. And they're going to get a sound licking come in January. I telling you. Because elections are in January 2025. You know what he's talking about that? Nobody talking about Tobago winning an election in 2025. So when they get the soundest curtail in Tobago, because of the foolishness that going on. Or you remember, you see, next edition, I'm going to pull out some clips. I'm going to pull out some clips because I want you to understand. You see, from since that 2015 election, in fact, it started from since 2010, while Duke was campaigning all over Tobago, going up the election. Remember? When he wet, he beat. And then he come and he win. In Roxborough. And then they come and they win the THA. But I remember what happened in that. You see, the reason why certain crime happening in Tobago, especially murders, somebody owing somebody. Somebody didn't want to pay somebody. Remember that? When somebody was with somebody, man, and when the Mac bus pictures started flying all over the place, who pom looking different and all kind of thing. Who had this done over, that done over, you know, it was a whole bacchanal. Until some of them say they're opening up new political party. But I remember what some people say, contracts was given out to some people in Trinidad. I'm talking like that to be going, I'm talking like that to be going, I'm finding a song like that to be going. But contracts was given out to some people in Trinidad. And these Trinidadians went up to Tobago because they were promised contracts, because they was campaigning. And when the party win, they did not get their money for work so-called done. Or you remember, you know. So when the money didn't come, the contract didn't come, because a certain man then took over, and then he said he not paying, he don't know nothing about that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Hmm. So when the murders were in 1, 2, 3, 4, 19, 20, 21, 22, when the murders could reach them kind of level in Tobago, eh? When the murder rate could reach them kind of level in Tobago, ask yourself the question, did somebody pay the people and them their money? Did somebody give people certain access to certain lands in Tobago, to build up certain things in Tobago, to run the operations from Trinidad in Tobago? So that's why Tobago have the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 9 and all of them operating. Imagine that in Tobago, small island like Tobago. And when the licensing officers go over there, you know what they say? The Obiaman Association running them, they say that they have to go back to Trinidad. So who going with the spirituality? Who interfere? Who want to invoke spirituality into what's going on in this crime situation? Who invoking it? Who? So I just pointing it out to show you that what going on is bigger than me and you. And we have to let the people know. No, I'm not blasting you for asking for bread. I'm not asking you for blasting you for asking for bread because this is a spiritual thing. She right. But you see, demons don't want to hear spirituality. Demons glad. Demons must be glad. They don't want to hear no prayers. They don't want to hear no prayers. No, I know it's not me. But don't the Hindus just go in the temple and pray? Muslims just go in the temple and pray. So if she asking for prayers for intervention, me have no problem with that. But it's only demons who do like that. So while the murder rate continue to climb, check it out. It's traveling with this one. It's Santa Claus with that one. Oh well, let me tell you something, eh? Those who want to cause, they could cause so much they want the thing because they remember some of them need a hear no there, tell you know that. But you see, some people don't listen. No, I in this thing long time. I in this thing long time. So I understand the politics. I understand the politics. So I don't take one sometimes what she might say. I don't take it. I don't take it on. But really and truly, this what is happening in this country, it has to be so spiritual that we lost it. We really lost in our spiritual ground. We don't call them the ancestors. We don't even call them the ancestors. If you ask half of the average children, they pass you straight like a bullet. They don't say good morning again. So we lost in it. We lost in it. Our children, like the being programmed more by the TV. It's not the government, you know. They're being programmed by the TV. Let me see. I do have my thing to hook up the system tonight. Good evening, you're live. Oh well, they hang up one time when they hear the line. You gotta put them on loudspeaker so that everybody can hear what they have to say. But really and truly, we have to really deal with this situation and let me deal with it in a professional way and give the mandate to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, we the people give you this mandate. You must carry out this mandate on behalf of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago without fear and without favor. So, I don't know. But they must want to talk to me off here. You know, Trinidadians. So, people, we need to get a mandate, 30 seats, yeah? And let me change, and make more changes. And let me deal with it in the right way. So, have a blessed night. Prepare for work for tomorrow. And tomorrow we will deal with culture point. Because let me tell you something. When I tell you, we're going to deal with some culture point tomorrow. And hopefully my guests will be in studio tomorrow. And we will deal with, yeah, we deal with a little artistry, we deal with a little pan. Yeah, we deal with a little pan, but we deal with a little entertainer who wants to continue to promote his work right here on, well, this is Dauntless Defenders tonight, but tomorrow will be Culture Point. So have a blessed night, everybody. All the persons who came over and watched and viewed and shared and liked, have a blessed night. Enjoy your night. And we will see you all back here sooner than you think, right here on Dauntless Defenders of Good Government. Have a blessed night. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Nah, let me just end it.